Mad Mob Music official podcast with Pants the producer, and we're also with a big shot. How did you find Nick's music?
Oh, that's a good question, bro. So pretty much, I was on like the BandLab subreddit, and I was like looking. What was I doing? I was like looking for artists to collaborate with because I'd never because this would have been like what mid to late 2024.
Okay.
I was looking for artists to collaborate with. I see on BandLab, r/BandLab, there was someone, forget this guy's name, but he made a Discord server for BandLab artists, to promote their stuff and, collab, exchange beats and whatnot.
Okay.
I put out a song, I sent a song I've got called Knocking on Wood, which was like a pop rap sort of song in style of like a Kid Laroi or Ian Dior or Juice WRLD, so that sort of style. I put out a snippet of that. I'm like, yo, does anyone want to hop on this? Nick responds in this big group Discord. He responds in probably 2 minutes. And I'm kind of nervous because I've never really collabed with anyone before like that.
Right.
I listened to some of his music, and this was, I forget what the tape was. I forget what it was. I forget what the tape was. It was like a 6-song EP, and it was grimy, street type rap. So I'm listening to this, and I'm like, I don't know how Nick is gonna go on a more kind of upbeat sort of kind of guitar driven like pop rap song.
Yeah.
So I wait. So I wait maybe a day later. I get his verse, and I'm like, holy fuck, this is amazing. Very professional, very he does all of the, chorus ad-libs and backing vocals and shit, and I'm like, oh, this is fucking sick. Then he puts out Inception. I listened to Inception, I thought it was incredible. I saw the podcast with, when you and your mate were talking to Nick about it. Awesome project, genuinely incredible. I tell Nick that, and then we just, talk pretty regularly. Really, really good guy. Really enjoy talking to him. And we've made a lot of songs actually now. We've probably made 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, probably 11 or 12 songs now, give or take. Wow. We've got I'm working on a collab tape with him right now. About 3 of those songs are out. There's gonna be 6 or 7 more on the way. I've got a Can't Make Us with Lil Nick and Mac Raps. I've got Medusa, that was on Inception Deluxe, and Water Crew, the whole big 8-way collab song. But yeah.
Yeah, and where can the audience find your YouTube?
My YouTube is at Big Shot Boys, also under Big Shot Music, or Big $ Hot Music.
Do you have a home studio?
Yeah, I'll walk you through. So I upload music on YouTube and Spotify.
Spotify
I don't have most of my songs on Spotify just because not all the beats are free for profit, or I didn't make all the beats.
Yeah.
So it's maybe I've probably got maybe 30 songs out right now. Maybe 10 of them are free for profit beats. Some people will upload their songs to Spotify without paying. Which is fine. I mean, it doesn't I think it's because I can see a lot of these songs going far, so it's okay, if one of these ever pops off, or I just build up momentum over time, and I don't want to I'd rather just wait to put stuff on earn some money than put stuff on Spotify. But the question to what I make music on, we're on BandLab. I love BandLab. BandLab is mostly BandLab on my phone and a shitty $50 mic, bro. But it's honestly it's all on I record on BandLab. I do make beats on FL sometimes.
Cool.
But I mainly record on BandLab just because I prefer recording on BandLab. I think BandLab is overhated as a DAW because I can understand making beats on BandLab is kind of hard to do. That's at least if you're not using samples. When I make beats on BandLab, totally. I'm just completely using samples. So that's not too bad, but I think BandLab is really good for vocal recording. Like you know David, you know that guy, the David. He's on like a 4 instead of an A. He did the song for the Invincible soundtrack. He did Romantic Homicide. You know that guy?
Yeah.
Yeah, like his whole thing is like he does everything on BandLab, like all of his music. He's got like hundreds of millions of streams. Like BandLab loves him. Or like that company, like they promote him all the time. Like I think it's much better as a like a singer or rapper than it is for a beat maker. Like I would never recommend BandLab if you make beats. But if you're recording like vocals, like do it for sure, absolutely, especially if you're new. Because it's so beginner friendly.
Like, do you freestyle as well?
That's a good question. I love the saying of lyricism for me. When I first started doing music, like you know, like as like you can tell by my accent, like I'm not from the States. I'm not I definitely didn't grow up in like any low income areas. So like a lot of my early music, I was just talking about like you know very typical like you know trap, like you know. I remember that my first song was like about selling crack, and like I've never touched crack obviously, but like I'm just like rapping about whatever because I'm like, oh, I'm just gonna rap about whatever, like you know this is what rappers rap about. Okay, I'll just talk about this.
All right.
And it was really like it wasn't true to me. And I think it was also like I was very like scared of being vulnerable, like with my lyrics. It's like, you know, people hear this, I'll get judged, I'll get whatever. So it's like, okay, if I just talk about bullshit that I haven't done, like no one's ever gonna like criticize me for it. And then like as I got better at making music and as I wanted to show people a little bit more, I was like, you know what, I gotta kind of I want to kind of be more personal with my lyrics. So I was always freestyling, and I still I'm trying to step away from freestyling just because I want to be more purposeful with my lyrics. So I would freestyle, and I think, especially in like my first couple mixtapes, I think lyric-wise, I feel like it would be, you know, I would be talking about, you know, real experiences I've had. So I also didn't really want to talk about like, I didn't want to glorify drug use because I know how harmful it was for me, at least.
Right. Yeah.
Not that like, you know, drugs are inherently bad, but I think abusing them is bad. I think that's a controversial take. I would like, so that would kind of be a big theme, and also I also started making music like after like I'd really like got my mental health together, because you know in my teenage sort of years, like I was very poor. And I listened to a lot of and I still do listen to a lot of, you know, your emo rap, your even like, you know, a lot of like pop punk, metalcore, post-hardcore, you know, like you're a guitar player, right?
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah, so you can like you kind of know that sort of and a lot of that sort of music, as much as I love it, it can be quite negative and quite like kind of, it will like, you know, kind of glorify depression and addiction and whatever, which it's made by a lot of people who are struggling, which is like fair. And I guess my kind of goal, what I kind of realize is I want to make that sort of music, but instead of like, you know, talking about these sort of issues in the sense where I'm like talking about how painful it is, talking about how painful it is, but also talking about, you know, growth and recovery and redemption and how things do get better. Because like, you know, one of my favorite artists of all time is Lil Peep. Like I fucking love Lil Peep. I think he's one of, if not the most like incredible, most forward-thinking artist of all time. I can't listen to his music anymore. I can't do it. It is like, because it perfectly encapsulates like just when you're at your lowest, when you're at your like lowest. Like I can barely listen to his music anymore. It's like it just takes me back to such a dark place.
Wow.
So it's like that I'm not in anymore. I don't want to be. And I haven't been for a very long time, and I've gotten out of. So it's like, okay, I want to make this sort of music, but I want it to be for the kid that was me, that is looking for something that's a bit more positive to hold on to. Because there's absolutely a place for music which is really dark. Like there's absolutely a place for it. It's very cathartic.
Yes.
But I feel like in particularly the alternative genres of rock and pop and rap, it's all very like bleak. And like that's great because there needs to be a place for that, but there also needs to be more balance. It needs to be more light. It needs to be more hope. It needs to be more positivity. So it's like I want to, you know, have the 808, have the trap beats, have the guitars, have the, you know, emotional lyrics, but have in a light, which I think is honestly more true to the world. Like
Yeah.
that's more positive. That's more no. That's not like everything sucks and I hate myself. It's like everything might feel like it sucks right now, and that's real and that's valid. But there is hope and there is change and there is and so kind of
Right.
does that kind of make so that's where like I've kind of been with my lyrics, and I think when I started doing that more sort of thing, I think I did it in a I think how I wrote lyrics, it was still freestyle, so it was quite my lyrics are quite abstract, I think. And when I say abstract, not like abstract in like the way like a A24 movie might be, abstract in the way that where it's like I'm not talking about a particular experience, like I'm talking about lots of experiences, and I'm talking from the perspective of myself in lots of different time periods. So it's not like I might have a song about like a breakup, right? But I'm talking about lots of different I'm talking about romantic and relational, like friendship breakdowns. I'm talking about it both in the same song, like it's one thing. And I'm talking it about from the perspective before, during, and after, not in chronological order. And I think that was partially because of the freestyle nature, and partially because it was really hard to it's hard to be vulnerable and like really put yourself really think about those experiences. So it was easier to kind of do it in a weird sort of abstract, kind of blurry way. And I think now where I'm at with my lyrics, like especially when I sort of started when I did the more recently what was the tape called? Down by the Lake. And moving now, moving on now for the next couple of projects I've got, doing it from more of a perspective, having it be less freestyle and more purposeful. Nothing wrong with freestyling, but I think I want to kind of have more of a focus on lyrics kind of being a bit more like straightforward and less kind of up for interpretation. Again, nothing wrong with up for interpretation lyrics, like where the song isn't really, where the song means a lot of things, but you can do whatever you want with it. Kind of, like I don't know if that sort of makes sense. And like, I also think of some of my early sort of lyrics, especially, artists like, MGK or The Kid Laroi or Black Bear or 24K Golden or that sort of, those sort of artists, right?
Right.
And they sort of play a, I like to call it like an LA influencer fuckboy persona is what I like to call it. And I would be kind of playing a character. I'm like a lot of those songs aren't out anymore, but where that isn't necessarily me. That was like another thing, because it was like talking about like fucking flipping bricks, which I've never done, and then it was kind of like, okay, I'll like play this sort of LA influencer persona, and it just wasn't true to me. Like this kind of like bratty sort of like, where I can get emotional, but it's a bit tongue-in-cheek, and it's a bit like, and then I moved into abstract emotional, what I'll call it that. Now I'm kind of in the more purposeful sort of era that I want to stay in for lyrics. But there's like, for example, the tape I'm doing with Lil Nick, a lot of those lyrics I actually wrote super long ago. Like, and they're from like probably a less mature version of me. But I still really like all those songs and like melodies, so like I'm still putting the album out. But the last song that will be on that, so the one that's been recorded really recently, and that one is like I'll be really rapping on that. Like it's less on melodies, like really rapping, and like hopefully I'm doing my best verse or two verses ever. Like I'm very excited to do that, because I'm gonna really talk about like I love these melodies, and with these lyrics I don't necessarily stand on. Here's where I'm at now, sort of thing. Because like, there's a song on that album called like where the chorus goes like, you know that I would die for you, but I'll never stop getting high for you. And like, when I wrote that when I was really in a situation where it's like there was this person who I really cared about, but I would literally like would die for them, but I wouldn't quit drugs for them. And like, I'm in a completely so far removed headspace, and that's not even funny. So it's like I still really like that melody, and I'm gonna keep that song, but I'm gonna clarify in this new final song on the album. Hey, very different headspace. Why I'm so glad I've got Lil Nick on that project is because these melodies, which I think are really good, but these lyrics aren't super in depth. I think Lil Nick really has so much depth in his lyrics. Like I love working with. I think him and I have great chemistry.
Yeah.
Like he's like, you know, so lyrically talented. He's got such amazing flows. And like I've always been more of like a melody sort of type dude, like, you know, melodic sort of rap. So kind of I really feel like it's best of both worlds with me and him for sure. Actually, no, I have done one music video.
Nice.
Actually, I have on Lil Nate's channel. So like I'm a vocalist in a I don't know, it's mixed of like new metal and like metalcore, like deathcore.
Oh, cool.
And like that I'll probably shout out that channel and that will have my face in it. So like but like I recorded this. It's really funny because a song called Can't Make Us by Lil Nick and Matt Grabs are on it.
Yeah.
And my face isn't in it. And then what I did, I went outside and I recorded a kookaburra. Do you know what that is?
No.
It's I'm gonna put you on there. It's like an Australian bird. It kind of looks like a duck.
Oh, okay.
It's or a platypus.
Cool.
It's that laughs. I'm gonna send you like a gif of a kookaburra.
Oh, okay. Nice.
And like that's just what I recorded for my bit. I'm bro, I'm just gonna record this fucking like Australian bird and shit. Genre wise, dude, I would say like, dude, I do everything. Like I think most inspiration from like, I think most of my music is what I call emo trap. But I'd say a lot of like songs that are hyper pop, that are metalcore, that are pop punk, that are like, you know, straight hip hop, or like pop, you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
I like to do everything. Like I wouldn't like I've got songs where it's like, you know, auto tune singing, and it's like rapping, yeah, it goes like full screamo. Like
Heck yeah.
like that's why I like artists like, you know, of course, like, you know, Juice WRLD, XXXTentacion, Lil Peep,
Okay.
big inspirations because they're so varied. They can do anything.
For real.
They can do anything. Like, you know, even like, you know, who else? Like your fucking, even like, you know, MGK as well. Like he can do like anything. Especially like a lot of the dudes. A lot of bands and artists coming up now are very like, genres are really a thing of the past. Which I really fuck with it in the sense where like you can just do whatever you want. Like you can have a trap beats and then an 8-bit fucking synth lead, then have screamo and have some like, you know, vocoded vocals and rapping in the same song, and that's like cool. People do that. Like,
Right.
I think it's so sick.
Accomplishments you're proud of, and then maybe one thing that's been like a challenge right now as well.
Oh yeah, sure. Accomplishments. I think my most streamed song is on like 2.6k views, or like streams or whatever, or maybe a bit more than that now actually. But which like isn't that much like in the grand scheme or whatever. But that's like really cool to me, and like I'm really proud to have like again, very small fan base, like very, you know, very small. But I consistently get like, you know, 10 or 20 people commenting on my shit and like being really nice and supportive and like and sometimes I feel like I think I lose sight of like if I can make music where if I can make a song that makes someone feel something and make someone's day or life better or make someone feel inspired, if I make one song that does that to one person, I've done my job as an artist. At the end of the day, like if you got people going out of their way to listen to your art and enjoying it, you've won. Like you've actually just won already. Like that's more than a lot of people will ever do.
Right.
And of course, like if you want to be the next, like, you know, fucking Drake, then like you have to do a little bit more than that. I think I'm just under 1k subs on YouTube. That's pretty cool. Bro, I love Diet Pepsi, bro. Like because I'm from Australia, I can really tell by my voice. Like, or actually, something funny too is I don't sound like this in my music. Like,
yeah.
I'll send you some songs after this.
Please do.
Bro, I don't sound like I don't sound like this, dude. You know what I sound like? A lot of people when they hear my voice,
Yeah, I do.
they're like, "What the fuck? Why do you sound like that?" Like in IRL, like because I don't sound. I put an American accent down, so I might try using my real accent in some more of my stuff. But it's all just about connection at the end of the day, and
Yeah.
everyone just exploring, you know, beautiful art they love. Like that's what it's about. Like, and ignoring the haters, because there are haters, and you have to know the difference between hate and constructive criticism. But like, there's haters, bro. Like, when I started doing music, right? Like, I wasn't a music kid growing up. Like, I got into music when I was like 13, and then I started like playing bass and, you know, playing guitar and rapping and shit. Maybe in the last like maybe 3-4 years.
Okay.
And the kids that I grew up with, who did music, did not respect me for doing. I'm not friends with them anymore. But like whenever I would try to, I'd be super excited and be like, "Oh guys, look what I just learned!" Or "Guys, look what I just heard! Like this is so cool!"
Yeah.
And because I kind of grew up doing music, and they're very, very talented guys, or some of them have moved to the States to start like pursuing music there.
Okay.
None of it's very magical or exciting to them. It's like a job. There's no like whimsy. There's no like wonder. There's no like, "Oh my goodness, this is so cool." It's like, yeah, because they grew up with it. Like they had parents in the business. They had, you know, like.
Yeah.
They had parents who taught them how to do music. They had this. They grew up with it. So it's not new and exciting to them. And because it's not new and exciting, well, it's not really new to me anymore, but it's still very exciting because it's like how it blows my mind actually. Like how can this not be beautiful and exciting to you? And if I listen to these people who were kind of a bit jaded and were like kind of haters, to be honest, like, "Nah, dude, you suck," or like maybe not. Or even they didn't say like you suck, but they were kind of like implied that I should stop, or I just wasn't good at it, or it wasn't my thing. Dude, if I listened to those guys, I would have stopped making music, like really early on. And now those same people would be like, "Oh, bro, that song is so cool that you just did," or "Bro, like, yeah, you, like it's like it's almost like you just want to be like, "Fuck you, man! Like you were hating on me." It's like I really like, I've barely like I've had very modest success. Like I feel bad for artists who like really blow up and they talk about like, you know, especially like in hip hop, it's like, you know, they were hating on me till the come up. Because like the reason I'm doing music at the end of the day is just to make music that I would have liked and to make music that would have helped me when I was really going through it. So it's like, you know, it's very important to me that like everything's really like supportive and inclusive and not all hateful and shit.
True.
I don't believe in toxic positivity or like, you know, just glazing everything all the time.
Right.
But like in real life, like things are gray, but things are in real life things are gray. Things aren't black or white. But you have the choice every day to bring in good to the world or bring in negative energy. And I think making the constant choice to bring in negative energy is not good for anyone. What about people just live their lives and not just like, it's so cringe. Like I hate like this negative energy I see all the time, and it's like, and it keeps people down. It keeps people feeling miserable. So I had a metal song that I put on r/post-hardcore that I was like asking for feedback on. Yeah. And I got reposted to r/crappy music, which was where, so that happened, and I was like, oh man, like I thought it was kind of funny, but I was like, man, that kind of sucks. And like that subreddit is very harsh, and people tear into shit. And the dude posted the song on r/crappy music, and he was like, this sounds like if Lil Peep fucked Atreyu while listening to 3 Days Grace. And then, but here's the thing. All of the comments were supportive. All the comments were like, nah, dude, this is gas, wrong subreddit. Oh, yeah. Or nah, dude, this is good. This is good. The meanest comment was like, I normally hate this sort of music, but it's okay, I guess. It's not that bad. And like, then the dude ended up taking down his post because all the comments were really nice. And that's rare for that subreddit. That subreddit's normally very harsh. So like, that really made me happy. That was like, damn, I'm like doing something right here. If like these people are gonna like actually back me. And it's also, I like Lil Peep and Atreyu and 3 Days Grace. I like those artists. Like, what do you, like, I like them. That's not an insult to me. I think, I think sometimes you can lose sight of like why you're making music. Like sometimes you just want bigger numbers, and like and like kind of lose sight of the fact that like if anyone listens to your art, like you're a dude, that's a blessing. And sometimes also like, this is as much as a struggle, but like this is so true. Like sometimes you don't know what people are gonna like. Like I'll put out songs and I'm like, oh my goodness, people are really gonna like this, and like it just doesn't do that well. And I'll put out a song where like I think everyone's just gonna hate, and then everyone loves it. I'm like, okay, like I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. You guys choose. Like it's the people choose what they like. It's not like it's, you know, there's like labels and shit, and they like, you know, say what songs to put out. Like it's like, no, it's like the people choose. It's why like TikTok, like, you know, you can say whatever you want about TikTok, you know, influencing music, but at least there, like what's popular is what people actually like. Like it's not like, you know, a label isn't telling us what to like. It's what people are choosing. Yeah. It's good. What like so I think, and like I think And you know, like sometimes you get busy, sometimes life gets in the way, so you have to like, you know, make sure you stick with putting out music and stuff. Like I think as a underground artist, I think you should be putting out one song every 2 weeks minimum. Like in my opinion. Like if you want people, like
Okay.
if you want, like you know Russ, you know that rapper, that guy,
Yeah.
with the long hair and shit. He like talks about it as like if you're like an artist who wants like, you know, who wants to go somewhere, you need to put out music like and there's more I could be doing. I need to get on the TikTok content grind. I haven't done it yet because like, you know, you get nervous, you get, you know, worried what people are gonna say. Like that's something I need to do. Like that's I guess that's a struggle, but I'll get on that for sure. I think it'll be easier once the band stuff is done. So I think I got really lucky because how I actually got a bit of my foot in the door and like got, you know, the subs I got and like the views I got, which still isn't that much. It's only like, you know, a few hundred to a few thousand, like, you know, streams per song. But how I got that was do you know the game Clash Royale?
Yes.
There was this YouTuber called Sourducks. He's like 10k subs on YouTube. He was just streaming one day. He gets like a few hundred people per stream. He was streaming one day. I just joined his stream randomly, and I'm just like, yo, can I like self-promo my stuff? And I'm just like, fuck, bro. Like, if he said yes, he says yes. If he says no, he says no.
Yeah.
I start like self-promoing on it. He's like, yeah, sure. And like, I really developed a lot of, you know, I guess, you know, fans, I guess, that way, and friends that way. And I think it's really good because I think his whole message of like positivity kind of crosses over with what I want to do. So there's definitely a good overlap for sure with like kind of the philosophy of like my music and his, you know, Clash videos. Because Clash Royale is such a toxic game. So he's trying to spread positivity over there. Like a song, I got a song with like, I think like 600 views now, which I made in like 20 minutes about like a fucking Clash Royale card as like a joke, as like a Supercell diss track.
Hey.
Like as a joke. And that song did like super well. And I was just like, okay. Like I made this in like 20 minutes, the mixing's fucking terrible, but whatever. I'll take it type shit. It's like a fucking like Lil Pump style song. It's like, pull it with a goblin goes, skr, skr, pull it, oh, goblin goes, oh, goblin goes, oh, goblin goes, it started doing well, when this like really big content creator started like talking about that card, then I noticed more views started trickling in. I'm gonna plug Jesus Christ. I'm gonna plug my band, Strange Days Indeed. We don't have a social media yet, but we will in like a few days. I want to plug
Right on.
Big Shot Music on YouTube. I want to plug Big Shot on Spotify, and I want to plug this new release I have with Lil Nick, Glass Hearts. It's a emo, uplifting kind of emo rap, pop rap sort of mixed with some hyper pop and some pop punk elements. Really proud of it.
Nice.
And yeah, I think if you're someone who not only enjoys, you know, like catchy sort of like fun music, that also has like an emotional edge. Not only an emotional edge which doesn't hold you down, but also will help lift you up, then like I feel like you should check out my music. But like, yeah, thank you so much for your time, dude. Like I really appreciate it. Good day, and thank you for everyone who listened. I appreciate you.